It's time. It's time to assassin the Creed. Welcome on, everyone. I assume you're a good bit ahead of me, Farrell, so should be no spoilers. You're two playing it? Yes. Ubisoft Humble. I hit my fucking mic there. Bless up, huh? That's a cool intro. Hi, Curtis, you alright? Hi, Olo. Salam alaikum, huh? Probably butchered that. Right, new Assassin's Creed theme, always big, huh? So you're gonna be hearing it a lot. I'm alright, Curtis. I'm glad it's Friday here. Hey, Honeycat, you alright?
Hold triangle to enable menu narration.
Oh. That's very loud. Quality mode, obviously. Huh? That was so loud. Like blue. I thought it was like, I don't know what the fuck happened. I thought someone had like hacked my headset. For everyone who knows me, when I play Assassin's Creed as well, I always shill Ubisoft a bit more money for a cool costume that I'm going to wear for the entirety of the game. So we'll play the intro, and then as soon as we can start exploring, I'll get us some drip.
Press cross to start.
Yeah, I got the that was me, Curtis. My costume for Odyssey. I didn't enable it. I got the Pegasus outfit for Odyssey, and that was my outfit. Check my benefits, huh? Alright, fucking none of you steal my Ubisoft Connect stuff, huh? Maybe I have to get ready to go to be right back screen, huh? We're good, okay. Rewards. Ezio's costume, Altair's. You can get Basim's costume from Valhalla. Very cool, huh? Now we're gonna get him some drip, huh? And we'll see that when we play. Oh, was there free dash there? Doesn't even look.
Hold triangle to enable menu.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, we're back here again. Alright, the quality mode's enabled this time. Make sure I'm on the right TV mode. It's so loud, that fucking narration. This stuff should all be fine, I think. Oh, the fire demon outfit. Or what have we actually got in the store, hey? Yes, Ubisoft, it's that time of game where you get a bit of my money, hey? That one's very Prince of Persia looking, that deluxe one. Oh. Oh, what is this? Gin? Okay. I like that one. That's pretty sick. Fire demon. Okay. Master assassin. I did get this as well, the 40 thieves. We have something good. See, I always get something at the very start. So anyway, we'll do the start with the whatever Basim is just wearing. And we're in. Let's go.
You asked me once about this memory.
Yeah, William Miles, yep.
I lied. I told you it was lost. I worried the wrong lesson would be learned. But this man lived many lives, and he has much to teach us. Of course, when he came to us, he was little more than a common thief, scrambling to survive on the streets of Baghdad, dreaming of a better future. Not just for himself, but for all those he saw suffering on the margins.
We in, boys, then.
For while he lived in a golden age, at the heart and the height of the Abbasid Caliphate, scratch its gilded surface, and you'd find a rot beneath. The Order of the Ancients fought to rise and spread.
Fucking Order of the Ancients, eh?
The Hidden Ones, as we were known then, resisted,
Oh, the shit.
striking at our enemy from the shadows, an eternal struggle. Centuries ago, he was at its heart. Basim ibn Ishaq. He honored the creed. He challenged it. So must we. We have it in all of us to mistake the shadows we walk for the light we serve. The time may come when we will be tested as he was. I fear that time is coming soon.
Rut-root. Bloop. Ah. I wonder how fast we're going to get into the Isu stuff. Like the Loki memories. Huh. It's fucking Withers from Baldur's Gate. Ah!
Easy, Basim. Breathe. Was it the Jinni again? And what did our friend want this time?
To strip the flesh from my bones? Dine on my innards?
Tasty.
Never has much to say, yet it leaves its mark. I can still feel it crawling on my skin.
Hardly original. You should tell it as much.
Forget
Yeah.
the Jinni for the moment. The day is new. There is work to be done. Derwish has left another contract.
Who for?
A stone. Oh, there's
Them
the symbol.
We would make more money selling water to a camel.
Come, Nihal. Where is your sense of duty?
Doing contracts for the
Duty does not fill
boys.
our bellies.
No, but it does enrich the soul.
I will be outside.
And Basim hasn't joined them then yet. Quest of 40 Thieves has been added to your game. You may need to progress in the story before it becomes available. I probably do. Master Thief of Anbar. Leave the hideout.
Cheap jewels and tarnished coins. The spoils of a rogue's life.
Kick up some sand, Basim.
There we go.
The sun casts a long shadow.
Let us not keep Derwish waiting.
I cannot bear another lecture.
These contracts. It is quite a few Darwish has pushed your way now.
He knows I will come through.
You have his trust. That much is clear.
Just feels like
Do you suppose you have theirs? These shadowy
feels right
types?
to have an Assassin's Creed
I
on
should
the
hope so
schedule.
by now.
Then they should show it. You take all the risk and they offer little in return.
They are liberators, Nihal, not merchants.
I know the stories. Still, the price of liberty should be enough to
Looks
feed
really nice.
us.
Anbar, province of Baghdad, 861 CE. There we go. Yep. I'm pretty sure at the end of Valhalla, Basim was like reaching out to William Miles, I think, in the present day. This is quality mode, Farrell. I always do quality mode, really. You know, people will call that
About this
heretic, but
contract, I do not want you to mistake my words for pestering. I am only looking out for you, ya Sadiki.
this is when we
There's
learn
no
the
inconvenience to step.
is Siddiqui going to be our new Malacca, and where fucking everyone knows this random word from a different language?
Stand up to our oppressors as the hidden ones do.
Do you think yourself some hero of tomorrow? The next Gilgamesh?
No. I am merely the son of a public servant who dedicated his life to the betterment of his people. Only to be slighted and forgotten. But I am honored you think I could reach such heights. I may just aim for them.
That is not at all what I said.
It is what I heard.
Such crowds.
Basim takes over Layla's body. No, they bring Layla's body down. Layla in the present day goes like under Norway or Iceland or whatever, and they find the big like Exegol Palpatine computer thing. And she like hooks herself up to it, and then she basically joins she joins Desmond's consciousness, and her body just stays there really, and then Basim like unhooks from it, and then he just danders out into the present day. And he goes, he joins like Sean, Rebecca, and everything like that.
Something important must be happening.
The Khalifa has been summoned to the Winter Palace. It is surely his wealthy retinue that drives this crowd.
Let's go. Wee.
Perhaps they're in the mood to offer donations.
Ah, I see your meaning.
Bling, bling.
A little sleight of hand to sharpen our wits.
Oh, we're gonna do
This
more
contract
pickpocketing, I
will
think,
not
but
feed us. The Khilafa might as well.
time to do a bit of thieving.
That merchant has left his purse on the table. An easy one to begin with.
I see. Do 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 do. Do do. Do do.
Better leave before they notice.
And we're gone.
Come here.
I'm
Ready yourself.
I'm gone.
I will pick them out.
A keen eye and an agile hand. A formidable duo.
From my memory, Basim's voice is a lot deeper. I know he's younger here, but it's a lot deeper in Valhalla, isn't it? Whenever I'm picturing the voice in my head.
There. The boisterous one. He must have something of value.
Do do do. Use Eagle Vision to find pouches you can loot for valuables. When in proximity, press triangle to pickpocket. Press it again at the right time to pickpocket successfully. Yoink.
What could be sneaky, sneaky?
Got him. Loki being Loki, yeah.
Over there. By that stall. She's got some coin.
I'm curious, like how the how the memories are going to start like emerging. I imagine reading a Basim story. That's kind of a big part of it.
Well done. You truly are the master thief of Anbar.
That's
Is
me.
that jealousy I hear?
Hardly, O great looter of purses.
Insufferable. Come, we are late to Derwishes.
Meet with Derwish. Not. Greetings. Fucking bugs everywhere. Probably be heartbreaking as always. Yeah, like from what I've heard, people are like using this as like a new entry point for like to their friends, really. And I can definitely see that. Like it's very, you know, it's I love the new style of Assassin's Creed. I also really like the old style. Like I'm a fan of both. But I understand if maybe as someone doesn't like the RPG style, they're like, oh, try Mirage. And I think that's a generally good suggestion. However, if they start getting into some of the weird and I say weird in the best possible way, the weird Isu lore of like the Norse Isu with Basim, then I can imagine being very confused if this is your first game. Like I feel like the very first Assassin's Creed with Altair is very oh, of course. Yes! Game of the year, huh? You're sick of people starting at the beginning of things you want for them to... Generally, yes, I will agree with that. I'm more just saying, like, I'd be very curious if someone wants to start with Mirage. Will the... Look at that donkey going, huh? Will the Isu stuff be too weird? I don't know how far it's going to get into it. That donkey is so confused. Like, the first Assassin's Creed with Altair, like, the Isu stuff is introduced quite... It kind of drip feeds it to you, and then at the end, then with Al Mualim and the Apple of Eden is when stuff kind of kicks off a little bit. But, like, if this is your first game and it's like, oh, it's different actors. Ah, okay. That makes sense. But, like, if we're going to be doing a thing where it's like, here's you're playing with your protagonist, Basim, and it's like, oh, he's down around Baghdad, he's, oh, who are these, like, is this the assassins that everyone who likes this franchise talks about? This motherfucker's Loki? What? So I'll be, curious. I personally love it. I would just be curious.
They're all looking spry. I wonder what tales we will hear today.
Tall ones.
The children wish to speak.
Fehmi,
Basim, the Khalifa has arrived with his court. Have you seen them?
I have not. Though I did meet some of his merchants at the markets.
I saw them up close. Al-Mutawakkil is much, much larger than I had imagined. A towering man indeed.
Of course. He gorges on food served with the finest spices you and I can only hope to one day taste.
I heard whispers of an important visit, but I cannot say from whom. I am sworn to seek...
How many Ubisoft children do you think we'll see in this? You know the ones I speak of.
Palace Guard's daughter.
What? How did you know?
I know where you really go when you say you are fetching water.
You eat
She
cheeky
is kind,
shite, huh?
a good friend to you. And maybe more someday.
Oh, Basim.
I am serious. She will keep you out of trouble. You could use that. See you, Fehmi.
Yeah, by the way, all those like lower like mythologies, yeah, they're real. And yeah, also they were an ancient civilization that lived on Earth, hyper advanced. They all get killed by a solar flare. And the guy you're playing is like Tom Hiddleston. Here, it feels granted this came out yesterday. Technically, Loki Season 2 came out last night if you're in America. But I watched the start of Loki Season 2 today and playing that, so they kind of line up.
Amin, how is your knee?
Much better, Basim. Wrapped it and rested a few days, like you said.
Good.
Good job, sir.
So long as each day is better than the last and you take care not to extend yourself, you will recover fine.
Has this happened to you before? Is that why you know how to treat it?
I am no stranger to scrapes and bumps, but I have learned to prevent them. And so should you, if I may. Your sandals are worn and cannot grip the ground. Your knees are taking the brunt of your movements. We need to find you something better. Something that fits. But that part is not so easy.
Some fitted
The
shoes.
mosques have plenty. I am sure to find a better pair there. If you will not pass judgment.
Ah, pass judgment.
Do not look to me.
Yep, Siddiqui
That
again.
will be between you and Allah, ya Sadiqi.
I'm telling you, how Siddiqui's gonna be doing Malaka, except it's like the opposite. It's not an insult. It's like a compliment. Thought it was the name of one of my lectures in uni.
Here is the lazy boy.
Dervish.
I've been waiting on you.
Someone has to plan our meals. Hold. Food. I would not flaunt that around the markets. Trust me.
It'll get style off you again.
Sahidas. She uses lots of butter.
That she does.
You look weary. Are you well?
It is nothing a little adventure will not fix. What do they need?
A shipping ledger at the harbor. It is worth nothing by itself, but the information it contains is valuable to them.
The hidden ones, right?
This
Inside.
is child's play. Do they not have anything more difficult? I can do more.
Never mind your ego. The Khalifa's guards are here in number, and you would do well to remember that.
You worry for me more now than when we lived in Baghdad.
My worry is the same. I've only grown too old and too tired to hide it. Bring the ledger back here and do it swiftly.
Alright, we get it.
We have not talked about my fee.
Dervish, what's going on with the money here, sir?
And we won't. Not until the deed is done. You know how they are.
Shocking.
He is just a messenger.
And you are still an errand boy. You can do this one on your own.
Herp. Yeah, I was trying to remember at what point it becomes the Assassin's Brotherhood. But if this is before Valhalla, and then in Valhalla it's still the hidden ones, I think it all makes sense, I guess. So. One collector to another. Friend Dervish. Oh, how the greatest beauty can be concealed by a meek facade. Priceless gems hide behind the plainest rock or the humblest shopfront. You see, I am a collector of the exquisite, and I hear you stock precious stones from Sarandib, emeralds from Khorasan, pearls from the ocean of Sind. I would cherish such jewels forever. Name your price and I will meet it. The one thing I am looking forward to is getting more of your woman with the fucking great husky voice, the one from Expanse. She was in, we had her for like that one little setup bit in Valhalla when she meets Eivor, but having her as a main character, this will be good fun.
Mutia, where has your smile run off to?
Yeah, her.
What has happened?
I do not want to talk about it.
Ah, but I refuse to leave until you do. We need someone to offset grouchy winds that billow from Derwish's quarters. Is he responsible for the clouds that hang above you?
He shouted at me, called me a harebrained miscreant, all because I roused a few guards who were pestering me.
Harsh. I would have done the same as you.
Do you think he will tell me to leave?
Ah, Mutia, you do not know him as well as I, so I will only say this. Derwish may appear rough, but he has a soft underbelly.
Do we know?
He's only trying to protect you.
Oh, wait, tell us over.
Still, some retribution is in order. What can we do? What can we do? Ah, tomorrow, when all is quiet, we will sit on a nearby rooftop and stone his walls while he tries to sleep.
A brilliant idea. See you later, Basim.
She's in Mass Effect 2 as well. We'll definitely pick her out and play that. Do we know when this stuff is set in regards to Eivor's stuff in Valhalla? Because if Basim is a character who like goes from one to the next, it can't be massively long, right? Like
On your own, Basim.
20 years or so?
Did they say anything else about the ledger? Or why they want it?
I tell you what they tell me, Basim. As always, it's just enough. Why are you asking?
Huh? I would like to know just what it is I am contributing to.
You have done much in the way of facilitating their endeavors. And so I will speak a word on your behalf. My one caution, and I have been doing this long
Getting all the
enough
dates
to
before we
share
go.
it. Anyone who works from the shadows does so only because they must. In the face of looming danger, for example, by working alongside them, we have invited
Mass Effect was mentioned,
danger
yeah.
to our door, and we must be
12 to 20. Yeah, that's, I can't track, so.
in.
11 to 17. Okay.
This is no contract. It is a favor. I do not work for scraps.
I do not wish for you to be upset. I took the contract, so I will see it through.
I am not upset, Basim. I simply cannot understand why you overlook your own interests to serve theirs. You owe nothing
Music's
to
really good so
anyone
far.
but yourself. Remember that. Remember to pick up your feet, will you?
Alright, let's go. I look forward to playing Mass Effect 2 at some stage. I had a good time with the first one. Ruh-roh. Guards.
What was the final tally of what we received?
16 crates, 1 chest, half a dozen satchels. Only 3 crates remain last time I checked the ledger.
Give their handlers until tomorrow evening. If they don't show by then, we must assume they've forgotten about their wares. Open them up. Keep whatever catches our eyes. Dump the rest.
Shit.
Wait here.
Uh-oh. Fuck. I'm gonna crouch. Guards will become suspicious and investigate if they spot you in a restricted area. Press circle. Crouch in tall vegetation to become hard to detect. Am I gonna grab him or am I gonna leave him be? Press R1 to knock out an enemy before they detect you.
What?
Yup. No hidden blade yet.
If I am seen, I will have to flee. Good thing I can outrun these sagging guards.
Sneaky, sneaky. And this will be at the time as well where you have to cut off your finger as well, right? For the hidden blade. I can't remember. I imagine Basim in Valhalla was... I feel like that was probably a thing in Valhalla. Like, Eivor saw his hand and he was missing his finger.
Locked. A minor delay.
There's our key. Oh shit. How many did we attract? Hi, yo. Doof. Are you getting pestered to play Mass Effect, Curtis? Where'd your guy go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Get it this way. Go, go, go. Oi. I'm up, baby. Any
That may be what I'm looking for.
any ledgers about? Steal all their stuff. Goblin the time. The Muslims and Christians also had a big religious war. I don't really know. A lot of I get a surprising amount of history from Assassin's Creed, honestly. It's also funny as well because, like, yeah, we have the Order of the Ancients here, and it's like, it's funny because, like, we know them as, like, we know the enemy faction as the Templars, but they don't officially become the Templars until the actual, the Order, the Knights Templar in Assassin's Creed 1. So it's like, it's funny, everything up until then has to kind of be like the Proto-Templars and like everything that kind of leads into them. So I like the Order of the Ancients and stuff like that. I feel like there was another one as well, like between Origins. Was it the Cult of Cosmos? Is that what I'm thinking of? I feel like that was the other kind of faction.
I wonder what secrets this ledger holds. Maybe I can get
Obviously, the Cult of Cosmos.
wish to squeeze a hint out of our contact.
The Cult of Cosmos were kind of after, like, they were after Cassandra's blood or something, weren't they? In the cult, like the Cult of Cosmos. But yeah, the Order of the Ancients have been like, the kind of Proto-Templars in a lot of these early chronological boys. Ledger obtained. Oh,
We could use some eyes around the city.
there she is, Roshan.
I'll see what I can do.
She looks important. You should haggle for a better fee.
Ah, Basim, what timing? Did you get it?
Without a fuss.
Give it here.
You are one of them.
Hey, Chloe. I like her assassin outfit.
It looks as though it was delivered this morning.
Thank you very much, Chloe.
Certain it is the chest you seek.
I am certain. Pay the boy.
You need something stolen?
Her drip is
I am
very
the man.
good.
Durwish can attest. He has given me all your contracts.
Then you have done your part.
I can do more.
2 of my best men died in this pursuit. I doubt a street thief would fare much better.
Then let me join you. You have 2 openings.
We know she survives this as well because she's in Valhalla.
Can't
So
speak with that insult.
Thank you, Durwish.
Listen here, Basim. You want to keep working for me? You keep your head down and your mouth shut.
getting the bad books in.
Why must you embarrass yourself like that?
Like what?
Like a beggar. Desperate for them to notice you.
Notice me hitting one
Desperate.
senpai.
Nihal, I am good at what I do. That woman would be lucky to have me.
But she does not want you. You are a street thief with dirty feet. So why bother? Why keep pushing yourself down this path?
Because being a street thief is not the peak of my ambition. I have more to offer this world than my nimble fingers. They just cannot see it yet.
Sneaky kids.
Almost, Jessup.
You little shite Jessup.
What is this?
Aha!
Slingshot.
This is my latest creation. It helps me fend off angry merchants when they catch me digging around their wares.
I will consider myself spared. You smell foul. What is that?
Ah, we have been fishing at the harbor since morning. Terrible luck, though.
The harbor? Did you happen to see or hear any fuss over a chest?
Ah, yes, a black one. Very beautiful. Some burly guards took it with them to the palace.
Guess that's where we're going.
Shukran laka ya Jasib.
What are you doing?
They want that chest, and I am going to get it for them. Then they will see.
There is just no getting through to you, is there?
Man's mind is set up. Made up, sorry.
Then we will do this together. If you get caught at the Winter Palace, they will kill you on sight. We will need a safe way in. And I know where we might scout one.
Palace infiltration.
That is if you can bear to follow my lead for a change.
You do not have to get involved, Nihal. I know your feelings on this.
She gonna run?
It is utterly foolish. But it seems I cannot stop you. So I will come with. And nag you until you decide to abandon the idea of stealing a chest from the Khalifa's Winter Palace.
When you say it like that,
Palace.
it only excites me further.
Are we going or not?
Let's go to the Winter Palace.
Lead the way.
This is a mad plan, Basim. Even if you were to succeed and they welcome you into their ranks, what then? Will you forget about us?
Of course not. Nihal, their interests are our interests.
Ah, she going.
You, me, and every other street dweller who has been cast aside. Living off scraps and dirty water. I can be an instrument that sees us out of that life. That sees that Jasip can use his talents to be a real craftsman. That sees that good men are not cast aside as my father was. And no children
I always really like Assassin's Creed, like
what tomorrow will bring.
area designs and stuff.
I hear what you are
Ooh.
saying, Basim. But you paint a portrait of a world that cannot exist.
That is where we disagree.
Location discovered. Winter Palace.
There it is, the Winter Palace. Come,
Next
this
sweep.
way.
Right behind you.
Gonna fucking. Oh, we're gonna climb across the palm tree. Scare the heron.
Here,
Dad.
let us wait for nightfall.
They'll never know what hit them. Like how it's illuminated.
Where you stand not awaken fond memories?
Not so long ago, we were counting our spoils up here, under the cover of night. Just like this.
The stakes were lower then.
Yeah, we did get
So
caught. We're
too
bit
was the prize.
in trouble.
Well, before you claim your prize, you will first have to reach it. As far as I can see, that will take some creativity.
I'm sure
We
we'll be
could
fine.
always try the front gate.
You will have to let me know how that goes for you.
Where are you going?
I've had a clever thought. If your mind is absent of one, you should perhaps follow mine.
Wait!
Infiltrate the Winter Palace. The hidden ones need a chest stolen. Jasib spotted guards taking it with them to the Winter Palace. The content of the chest is still unknown, but if the Caliph is involved, it is certainly worth the risk. Nihal knows how to get inside the palace, but there might be other ways to quietly sneak into this heavily guarded place. Look for ways to infiltrate the palace. Let's go. Nihal knows a way in, or we can look for another entrance.
It is dark enough. Come.
Yep.
Fastening yourself to my tail, Basim. Very sensible.
I know how you hate to be alone.
Need to get a proper look if I want to see the other way.
Now, where has Nihal gone?
I know where Chisholm's traveled. Oh, look. Jin? Uh-oh. Someone there to see me? It is really fun to think that, in theory, like, every single historical time, like, a historical, like, storyline in Assassin's Creed, like, Cassandra is out there. Yeah, as long as we don't go, like, earlier than Odyssey. I think it's so fun. Here we go. Palace orders. The Caliph has been summoned for an important meeting. I have been made aware of no details, but I must ensure the palace is adequately staffed and the patrols are increased. Double the presence of the roof and station 2 guards for every room he and the visiting party will pass through. Girl entrances, no one is allowed in or out until after the meeting ends. Cassandra's great. Cassandra's... I don't know if I could do like my top Assassin's Creed protagonist because it's been a while since I've played a lot of the games, so some of the storylines are a bit fuzzier in my head, but Cassandra's definitely up there.
What was that?
Keep quiet now. No groaning.
Had to get him before that patrol went past there. Arno would be last. I think Shay is at the bottom for me, but like, it feels kind of unfair because of what his story basically is. Typical, he's the fucking only Irish protagonist as well, and I mean, he's like traitorous bastard, like, but you haven't played Rogue? Rogue's good. It's really good, like connective tissue between would have been Black Flag and Unity. And they came out in the same day as well, and it feels very much intentional to play Rogue first if you do play all the games. There we go.
The Khalifa appears unsettled.
Nope.
An unruly son is not helping matters.
The young man is eager. It's his first time in the palace, is it not?
Who's here?
Wonder, I say. Cater to his needs.
We're gonna get spotted by a child.
Here they are. Come.
Is
The Khalifa awaits you.
that the Order of the Ancients? I saw masks. I think they're all wearing
They
the
have arrived, Mawlay.
kind of gold masks.
Out, all of you. I am to meet with them alone.
Father, let
Thanks for the follow, Ella.
Take him.
Looks heavy. We'll never get it out of the palace.
Then I will just have to take what is inside.
Yep, there they are.
Gentlemen, welcome. Everything is in order.
Small box. What's in the box? Wonder is
I
it a
understand this means a great deal to you.
piece of Eden is
Rest
the
assured you will
default
be well
guess.
protected here.
We will accept nothing less. We will carry out our work and return to you when we are ready. Be prepared, Khalifa.
Hi, Ella.
Might I see it once? The contents. If we are to guard this with our lives, we should know.
Uh-oh. Shouldn't have asked,
You saw nothing of this.
Oh.
You say nothing. Do you understand?
Yes, of course. Perish the idea.
Because we're in Assassin's Creed, I just assume it's a piece of Eden. And Rogue's the only one I never played. I never finished Liberation, Freedom Cry, Unity. So for me, played Unity, obviously. Freedom Cry is strange because it's like a DLC for Black Flag. I did play it all though. And then like Liberation's strange because some sources categorize it as main series and others don't. But I've never actually played it, any of it, because originally it was on like the fucking Vita or something. I know there's like a remaster of it on like kind of modern-ish consoles, maybe last generation, but I've actually never touched Liberation. Because for a long time, kind of a lot of sources just grouped it with like the DS games and stuff, which are like spin-offs, and I've only really played the main series, but that was really. Yeah, they did like they did the remaster of it when they remastered 3. So I don't know what the current like reading on it is, if it's officially considered main series or not, but I've never touched Liberation. Freedom Cry's pretty good though.
Looks quiet.
If you like what's Adewale, right?
I never thought I'd set foot in here. Just look at these arches. You could chisel off a piece and sell it for a hoard of gold.
Yonky.
You didn't happen to bring a pickaxe, did you?
I will keep it in mind for the next time we break into a palace.
It seems like a bad idea. We're gonna get involved with the Order of the Ancients.
Open, snatch, run.
Basim, hurry.
Bash that shit open. What is this? That's some Isu shit looking.
Basim.
Some easy shit. Oh.
Give me that. No! No! Do you have any
Fried it
idea
out.
what they will do to me?
Please, I am sorry.
This is your fault.
Stop! Please!
You thieving little rat.
Uh-oh.
No!
We are in trouble.
Run!
Nihal, wait! Father! Get that boy!
Uh-oh. Fucking run.
Hold on! Hey!
Oh. 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 Ah! Get out. Fucking hell, huh? Oh. I just did though. I'm going. Oh, fuck! You can't get me. Oh, oh.
What have we done?
Nice flop. Get bamboozled. Get back to the hideout. A really interesting outfit mechanics. We switch between assassin, slave, and rich bitch outfits. Avalon, right? Is the main character. I believe it's also like the premise of it. It's that it's like a memory that Abstergo have like edited or something, like for like propaganda or something like that. It's definitely an interesting concept. I probably won't play it, but the concept of it is interesting.
What was she thinking? I need to find her. She would have gone back home.
Nihal!
Nihal, you in here? Yeah, he saw some Isu shit when he touched that relic. Just some boy getting punched. Oh, he still took it. I thought he dropped it. Oh. Must have picked it back up before he started running. I slumber.
No! Stop this!
Uh-oh. Having the nightmare again.
Please! What do you want from me?
Withers trying to get us again.
Combat.
Yeah, there's Roshan.
Nihal?
Not quite. Are you well? Good. Because I need you to tell me about this.
I do not know what you mean.
Uh-oh. You get the fuck out of here, Roshan.
Tell me what happened.
Yeah, she's missing her left ring finger.
Silence is not your ally here.
It is not silence. I cannot explain what I saw. That object. It did something to me. I was somewhere else. Cold. And frightened. Before I knew it, the Khalifa had his hands around my neck. It was an accident. I did not mean for... Just wanted to help.
We need to get you out of here. I have a boat at the western docks.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, I cannot leave. I need to find Nihal.
Very kind, Frau.
Stop and think, Bassem. The Khalifa's guard is searching for his murderer, a young thief of your description. They will not stop until they have found you, and when they do, it will not be a prison they throw you into. It will be a shallow grave. I'm giving you a second chance. Take it.
Yes, it was Leonardo da Vinci, yep. He does the whole thing when he's showing Ezio and he stabs the knife down the table. And he's like, well, that's what they used to do.
The soldiers are hunting all who look like me.
Warren Dervish and the others. Oops. Yeah, Leonardo was a really fun kind of supporting character in 2. I never did any of the DLC because I was playing on like my brother's Xbox and I didn't really have the opportunity at the time. Like, but like it's like flying machine stuff and all that kind of. Yeah, he was really fun. Question is, can Can Bassem swim, I wonder? How close are we to, like, mirroring the mechanics of Assassin's Creed 1? Bayek accidentally carved his finger. Bayek puts it on, doesn't he? Did he do it by accident? In my head, Bayek put it on in a bathhouse. Is that correct? I'm trying to remember. Have they just burnt it down? Oh no. No, oh no.
Bassem. Avert
Oh no, it's the wee kid with a slingshot. Oh, fuck's sake.
There is nothing we could have done.
Nothing! If the Khalifa were alive, this would not have happened!
Watch where you point your blamey little finger, Bassem. It was your idea to steal from the palace. Also that you can impress your cunning friends. I saved us.
You killed them! You did this! It came from over there!
Oh shit.
I hope I never see you again. Hurry!
Damn,
All
man.
of them dead. When it was me they sought to punish. I cannot be here. I cannot.
To be fair, Assassin's Creed is not, they will not shy away from killing kids, you know. This makes me think of, was it Phoebe from Odyssey?
Stop!
Shit.
Is it him? I think so.
Uh-oh. Game over, folks. Credits roll.
Good enough.
Move.
Go, 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 go. Call an ambulance. But not for me.
What are you doing?
Don't think.
Here. Oh, don't like that. Can we just like cut out that shot of the scary dark water, please? No thanks. Get me out of here. My clothes.
A new day, another test.
Alamut.
I should get back.
2 months later. Okay. We have been training. Eat certain plants and food from pots will generate your health. That's like the berries from... Where's them berries from Valhalla? Fucking like...
Alamut fortress takes my breath away.
You're like...
As if it leaped out of the hikayat I heard when I was a child.
Looks really cool. Oh. Put in some training.
There you are. Are you ready?
I think so.
Put yesterday out of your mind. It has no bearing on today. Get dressed and we can begin.
Question is, are we a good student or not? Don't you wonder what we dream of tonight? I don't say that. I had to do something else to flush out my brain.
Go on, Basim. Like we practiced.
Yes, master.
Yep. Assassin's Creed, ever since I played the first one many years ago, has given me the fucking brain rot of like anytime I look at buildings, I'm like,
Steady, Basim.
how would I?
Steady.
Leave now.
Yes, master.
Oh.
I've seen enough. We will try again tomorrow.
I felt fine.
I can see it in your body. You lose focus too
He
easily.
like drops up like backwards.
The leap of faith is a crucial step on your path to initiation. It is one of the Brotherhood's first and most sacred rites. To perform it successfully, you must first center your mind, body, and spirit. Embrace the fear. Quiet it. Find a stillness. And let go.
Yes, master.
Do you reckon it hurts when she speaks?
Let's return to the camp.
Has it taught you to look up more as well? I don't think so. I need to do that anyway, Jen.
May
Like,
I ask you something?
I get bad posture and I stare at the ground.
Back in Anbar, at the palace, I witnessed a meeting between the Khalifa and 5 masked men, order members.
Orders of the
The
Ancients.
Khalifa was meant to protect the object they discovered, but he knew nothing of their plans for it. He did not even know them by name.
Dodgy
How
boys.
does the most powerful man in Baghdad bend such a fearful knee to the faceless?
The Order has held dominion over such men and their empires for centuries.
Yep.
By convincing them of their truth. That they are the natural arbiters of the world. The Khalifa was but their puppet. And the same will be true of whomever succeeds him. The entire Khalifa is under their influence.
Were the Order of the Ancients... It's been a... I'm trying to remember. Were the Order of the Ancients in Valhalla... Like the king or whatever, right? Was it the Order of the Ancients that he was part of? Yeah, okay. Because I was trying to remember, like, because the Order of the Ancients was in Origins. But then, like, we went back before Origins with Odyssey Valhalla. And then Odyssey would have been more, yeah, the Cult of Cosmos. And then, yeah, that's right, Valhalla brought them back in. That's right. Which king was it in? Thingy, was it one of the Alexanders or something? Darius mentions Order of the Ancients in the Odyssey DLC. I was just about to ask what was the name of Basim's, like, buddy in Valhalla. It was Hatham, wasn't it? That's right. And it was all the Order of the Ancient stuff, that's right.
Basim,
I remember.
speak with Fulov and see if he needs help. We will continue your training later.
Yes, master.
I still remember. Assassin's Creed 3 was... 3 was the very first one that I bought myself and played that I wasn't on my brother's Xbox. And the fucking twist at the start with Hatham Kenway, how fuck me. That shit's so good, huh? Is this Fulad?
Good day, Tepid.
Nope.
Hello, Basim.
What troubles you?
Truthfully, I am frustrated. The Order has only grown stronger in Baghdad since the death of the Khalifa, and we are stuck on this mountain.
Mentor Rayhan surely knows what he is doing.
Maybe I should trust more.
What are you wanting? 3 wasn't the first one I played. Maybe I misspoke. So, I played them all in order, in release order, but 3 was the first one that I personally bought and played on one of my own consoles. I played it on the Wii U. I'm looking for Fulad.
Have you seen Fulad?
Probably at his office, as usual. Anyways, I must get back to work.
Araka lahiqan.
I still remember the fucking ads for Assassin's Creed 3 with Imagine Dragons Radioactive playing in them and all. I was so excited. I loved 3 as well. I remember playing 3 in the bath on the Wii U gamepad. Like bulky bastard of a thing. How I had such a good time. Running through like the burnt down ruins of New York or whatever. The challenge? Trailer for 3 was so good, it was. That's good there.
What is this in the corner? Here. Small design.
Fulath.
It is my signature. So you know I created this.
Ahmad.
And Al-Hassan, or worse, Abu Jafar.
Jafar?
I just understand. Wadan.
Basim. How are you?
Bored.
Yes, Enkidu. Food is coming.
It's going to be our eagle.
He is intelligent, and intelligence is supposed to rhyme with patience.
Nice bird.
Reminds me of someone.
Have you been speaking to Master Roshan?
Have patience. Be kind to your progress.
I will take this to heart. Roshan asked me to come see you.
Yes. Rebecca needs leather strips. Can you fetch those from the storeroom?
I shall, Fulad.
Arakalahekan.
Mine in Assassin's Creed, there's like an immortal merchant or something now. What the fuck's going on with that time? Like that wee kid or whatever. Leather strips.
That is not it.
This looks more like it.
It is hard to find anything in here.
I found a Rebecca. Okay. Don't forget the feathers, Fulath. Be sure to remind the bureaus in Baghdad to return every bloodied feather and mission report to Alamut. Each feather is a victory. They must be collected and chronicled, not consigned to the heap of history. This is not mere ceremony. Future generations of hidden ones will look to our records for guidance. Our past must instruct our future. It cannot be erased. Mentor Rayhan.
No, that is not a strip of leather.
Yoink.
Forces within the Caliphate are beginning to put pressure on us.
Tahirid emissary.
Forces? You mean the Order, Aban?
There's Rayhan.
Can only speak of what I know, Ya Saderi.
My friend.
The Caliph wishes to nullify the rebels, and if you persist in giving them support, we cannot assure
He's got the
you
black and red drip
protection
pen.
from any Caliphate response.
The rebels supply us with information in Baghdad. Without them, we are blind.
Be that as it may, Governor Muhammad is very committed to showing that he can end this rebellion swiftly.
I do not doubt that.
I came to warn you. Things are moving fast in Baghdad. You may have to act sooner than expected.
I hear you, Aban.
Didn't Ezio have black and red at one stage? In Revelations, maybe?
So the Tahirids who govern these lands are the only thing standing between Alamut and a full-scale attack. A fragile peace. How long will it last?
Dark gray and red. That's probably what I'm thinking of then. Oh. Our bodies were in sync. Who's this?
How does construction go?
It is taking longer than we expected, Ya Sayyidi.
That must be frustrating.
Mentor Ryan is a wise man.
Ryan, okay.
But he speaks of this mountain as if it was destined that we build here. We have patience and follow his guidance.
Master Roshan tells me I must not be in a hurry to rush back to Madinat as-Salam.
City
I
of
would not
Peace.
hurry at all. Baghdad is different now.
Man,
It is
spaz
very
there, but
dangerous.
yep. Bring the strips to Rebecca. Blacksmith lady.
Rebecca?
Basim, Basim. Are you just wandering the camp aimlessly now?
No. I have this leather for you. Will it do?
Apparently, you've moved past the wooden swords. I protested, but Roshan insisted.
Alright, stab me.
Here is your dagger.
We don't have a hidden blade yet, right? We got all our fingers.
I am proud to have worked on them.
Oh, that's sick looking. Hiya!
This blade has character.
Why would I make anything less than unique?
I am in your debt. I was not expecting new weapons today.
Repay me by using it on the Order. Make them feel the sharpness of its character.
That's you with his salt and pepper beard and Revelations.
Roshan said you had further training today. Show her that new sword of yours.
Been about since I played
I look
Revelations.
forward to it.
He was getting up there in age, though. Who's guy?
How does training go, Ya Sadiqi?
Noor showed me a new way to grip my knife, and it has improved my accuracy greatly. If you throw it just so, it sails through the air, swift and true. Shall I remind you how to use a knife?
Cup a tool by holding R2 to open the weapon wheel. Hiya! Hiya!
Ya Ilahi, well done.
Hiya! Oh.
You have inspired me to train harder.
Hiya!
This is the way, Ya Sadiqi.
Oh! He said the thing! There's a tower defense game in Revelations? I didn't really engage with a lot of multiplayer stuff. I can't remember that time. Multiplayer, like the mini game stuff, sorry. Who's this guy? I don't remember tower defense in it.
Assalamu alaikum, Ya Sadiqi.
Walaikum assalam. Did Fulab send you?
No, he did not.
You're not here to help move these rocks?
Nah.
I am quite sure that was not me.
I do not mean to be rude, but I have no time to talk. I must figure this out.
Speaking of which,
leave you to it then.
Assassin's Creed multiplayer, shit, well fucking banging. I am very sad that it just stopped one day. A sword is held in the dominant hand as your main source of damage. A dagger is held in the offhand and impacts the damage you deal to the enemy's defenses when you parry. Initiate of Alamut dagger and the initiate of Alamut sword. And the Alamut recruit costume. I love the multiplayer. I had such a good time with it. I'm very, very sad it ended. Same with Last of Us. I love Last of Us factions, and now it sounds like the fucking multiplayer game is just never going to happen. Yo. When is Spider-Man 2 out? It's not next week, is it? Is it 2 weeks? Let me look it up, actually. It's very close. It's like a week or 2 weeks. What's going on up here, folks?
Good work. Until tomorrow. Basim, time for combat training.
2 weeks.
I was surprised when Rebecca handed me this. is a sword not a coarse weapon for a hidden.
It does look nice, Chloe, yeah.
As hidden ones, we must become proficient with a number of weapons. You never know how a fight will escalate. Anyone can wield a sword, but how would you use it?
I am here to learn that, Master.
Are you truly here?
Well, yes, I believe so.
You are here in body, but are you here in mind and soul?
Is this a riddle?
No, it is the difference between life and death.
Yeah, so we'll do half and half next week as well. We'll do the 3 Cyberpunk days and 3 Assassin's Creed days.
Make sure you target and circle around me. Never turn your back on your opponent. Yes, better. Show me your quick stabs first.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Excellent. There are times when we must put more force into our attack
Heavy attack.
to cause more damage. It will leave you exposed, so time it properly. Now go!
Oh, R1 hold. Yup.
That's it!
Yup.
Come in strong.
Yup.
Excellent. Now, for defense, you can parry the attacks of your opponent. After a few successful parries, your opponent will be stunned. Try to parry my attacks.
We'll give it a go.
Yes.
Yes. Like I'm parrying those boys in Cyberpunk. Nope, that wasn't so good. I love those fist fights in Cyberpunk. It's so funny when you parry them.
That's good. Excellent. Some attacks cannot be parried and must be dodged instead. Prepare yourself.
Cool.
Good work.
The background looks class.
That's the way.
One more.
Well done. Now, let us try a free fight together. Use what you've learned.
Ah, I'm trying to parry her.
That took you by surprise. Well done.
Oops. Fuck. I keep pressing circle to dodge. I don't know why. Fuck me. Need to plug in my controller as well. Hit me. Fucking did it again. I keep pressing circle.
Where did that come from?
Ooh. You too good.
We are done for today, Basim.
Why must we stop? I learned nothing from failing.
True learning requires action and stillness in equal parts.
Get my charging cable here.
You
Ooh,
have made
ooh.
the action. Now seek the stillness. Do not rush your training. Be patient. Failure is a part of progress. Think on these words and come back better.
Yes, Master. I will.
Get some deja vu.
See you later.
Deja vu is very bizarre. Huh? It does kind of evoke like memories of the fortress, whatever, from Altair's story.
I fear he may end in the middle of a snake's nest.
I know how close you are to your brother. We shall learn more soon. Then we can act.
Assalamu alaikum, Abu Ja'far.
It is Ahmed.
Hello, everyone.
Ahmed, my apologies.
Do not worry. Come and warm yourself by the fire.
Just having a wee bit of banter here.
Our brother Ahmad is leaving us tomorrow.
to Baghdad.
True,
the
Holo,
House
true.
of Wisdom.
The House of Wisdom?
We have been working there, my brothers and I, for years. I still have some things to work on. Science waits for no one. And I will fulfill my duty as a hidden one by becoming your eyes and ears among the scholars.
Rebecca
Olaf,
tending the fire, yeah.
Tell Basim the story of the feather.
Story of the
Our
feather.
tradition of the feather comes from Egypt. They represent the feathers of Ma'at. The feathers of the heron were dipped in the blood of the targets. These would be left for the Lord of the Duat to judge.
I have a question, actually.
It is important we
Similar to
remain
Masyaf, that's what it was, yeah.
and know our place in the process. We are messengers of justice. And
Am I misremembering? I must be. When does this take place in regards to Bayek's story? Bayek's story would be before this, right? So it would go then Odyssey, then Origins, then Valhalla, right? Yeah. Odyssey's the start, then Origins in the middle, then Valhalla's later. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was thinking, like, yeah, like, the hidden ones were, like, established in Origins. I was like, okay.
the final judges.
Will anyone help me on patrol tonight?
I will come with you, Noor. I must get my body moving if I'm to warm up tonight.
I am grateful.
Noor.
Let us go.
Yeah, because they established, like, the
Basim?
skull symbol and all as well in Origins. Odyssey, Origins, Mirage, Valhalla. Yeah, yeah.
You're from there,
Join me up here.
May I speak to you in confidence?
You know you can.
I overheard Mentor Rayhan speaking to an emissary earlier.
Where you going there?
Mentor Rayhan asked if we may come under attack for dealing with rebels in Baghdad. Are we safe here at Alamut?
I do not know, but I pity the people who attack this nest of eagles.
The symbol of the that moment in it's with Bayek and Aya, isn't it? When they lift up the skull and it has the symbol and it's like, it's so cool. I fucking love the moment. We've talked about this before. It's one of my favorite moments in Odyssey when it's at the end of the Rise of the First Blade. No, Legacy of the First Blade. When it like follows Cassandra's son down through the generations. And it, like, ends on Aya standing on top of the Sphinx. That part's so fucking good, huh?
How goes the watch?
Nothing happening at all on Alamut, and I am so hungry. We did not make it to the main canyon.
Excellent. We will start there. Thank you.
Come, Noor. Follow me.
Go to the watch point.
Are you looking forward to your initiation?
Yes.
Get my proper drip.
It feels like I have been preparing my whole life for this.
I could not sleep the night before my ceremony. From excitement and a small bit of fear, if I am to be honest.
We all fear the unknown. But a greater unknown awaits on the other side of initiation.
You speak of the Order.
I see them as monsters from a tale.
Damn Order, huh?
Hiding in dark corners, down dark alleys.
The difference is that the Order is real.
What do they want?
They want to control Baghdad. They want power.
That one particular bird.
This is Mahja.
Oh, okay.
Magnificent.
Soon, you shall have one of your own.
It says okay.
Fulad introduced me to an eagle named Enkidu. He said we have much in common, and not in a complimentary way.
She sees something. Follow me.
Someone at the border. Yum.
Quietly, Basim.
Or circle on high vegetation to what?
We have the element of surprise. Be ready. Stop making so much noise.
Yep.
Quickly. I am behind you. We must strike fast. Agreed.
You there, halt!
Hmm. Yep. Doof.
Do not make a noise.
Get him. Do you want to knock these boys out? Hey yo! Yep. Pressing fucking circle again. Yep. Stamina has been depleted. It's consumed when dodging.
Do not give up. Keep fighting.
I'm sucking at parrying. Ooh.
Not like the wooden targets, is it?
It is not that. This sword.
Hmm. It's cool.
What of it?
Mercenaries from Baghdad use these weapons.
Cyclical.
We must warn the others. Mercenaries from Baghdad.
How do you know?
Bassem recognized the make of the sword. I believe him.
Bring him in.
I am lurking.
How do you know these men were from Baghdad?
Growing up on its streets, I have seen their weapons many times. And closely.
Behind every mercenary is a man who gave them their orders.
Yes,
right hand.
And we must act if we are to learn who that is. We will return to Baghdad, seek Ali ibn Muhammad's help.
Ah, of course. Sahib is Zanj. He is a dangerous and delusional fool.
Yeah, I'm just terrible. I think I'm terrible
So,
at doing the parry.
But he is one of our only allies in Baghdad. We need him, and we need his men.
Man has intense
I
eyes.
will go back to Baghdad.
Go to Ali. Find out if the order sent those men.
I will.
وفقك الله.
وفقك الله.
وداعا.
Good luck, Noor.
أراك لاحقا.
I still have my initiation to go. Using the steps. Oh. Love a good montage show. Seeing with the beard is more recognizable. No, yeah, I'm. It's funny that whenever I see him like this, I just picture him sitting in the present day with his fucking wolf t-shirt and jeans.
Assalamu alaikum, Bas.
Alright.
I must see Al-Hassan. He awaits me.
Are we still wearing our like initiate stuff, or have we leveled up? Old Alamut civilian costume now. I think once we go back to Baghdad, I'll get us a new outfit. Although I like that Jinn one, but I don't like the fact that it changes his face and his eyes and all. Like I still want it to look like Basim. I don't want it to be like Ghost Basim, whatever. Like, so maybe I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll just see the Prince of Persia one or some shit like that.
How are you feeling on this auspicious day?
It is strange, Al-Hassan. My head is calmer than I believed it would be. I thought I would be a stormy sea inside. But I am calm and quiet.
Because you have dedicated yourself to your training and left nothing to chance.
Today's the day. What's that from?
Here,
Is that the starfish from Finding Nemo?
earned this. It is a great honor. I suspect you understand that.
Roshan and the others are waiting for me. Well down. And thank you, Al-Hassan.
Use the cave entrance. We'll scope the outfits, but it might end up being just the Prince of Persia one. Young Justice, eh? Definitely was. No, not picturing no Young Justice anyway. There's our boy.
How are you feeling?
Fula.
Ready to make the leap.
I wish you to know it has been an honor to watch you walk your path. As a novice, and as a man.
I am grateful to you for leading the way before me.
I am honored. Come. Your new robes await.
Let's go, the drip. Heyo. There we go.
Suit you well. Come. It is time.
Approach the altar.
How did you feel on that day so long ago?
I felt afraid. My palms were slick with sweat and my knees were shaking.
Very ceremonial. They're all just standing there, menacingly.
I cannot imagine you being afraid.
Allow me to share a secret with you on this important day. To have courage means to act in the midst of feeling.
This looks really cool.
Great fear.
Is that our hidden blade? Boom, ba-loom.
Basim ibn Ishaq, are you ready to leave your life behind and walk the path of shadows?
I am.
Are you ready to give up who you once thought you were? Ready to sacrifice everything you held close?
I am.
Big commitment.
Never forget the tenets you have sworn to uphold. Stay your blade from the flesh of the innocent. Hide in plain sight. Never compromise the Brotherhood. Then, out of the dark, you will come into the light. And from the light, you will return to the dark.
This is for our finger. Ah! Yep.
Basim ibn Ishaq, you now follow in the Eagle's path.
Shink.
Welcome, Hidden One. You have died and been.
I like the wrapping around the finger and the pinky finger.
Fight me as your equal. Well done.
Take that!
I don't remember teaching you that.
You have trained me well, Roshan. How
Which
is
one
that
will I
for
strike
focus?
with next? My dagger or my sword?
Oh! Uh-oh. Nur!
Nur! Nur! Do not strain. Save your strength.
He traveled unprepared. Left Baghdad in a hurry.
Here, drink.
We satchel a Coke Zero or something.
Ali. He is gone. They took him in the night.
They?
The Order.
Basim has like the little emerald designs around his hand. He's got one on his like fingers here, and then one around his wrist as well, and around his
has put a fog over Baghdad
arm.
and their movements.
We must go to Baghdad.
Roshan, Basim, go with Fulad. Leave at once.
Suppose it could be more like more jade as well. Probably more jade instead. I can definitely pronounce these trophy names. Camels. Music's really good. God. Little 3-person squad. Guarded 3, I can see that, yeah. There we go.
Basim, we should keep moving.
I would like to look around first, if I may. Baghdad and its surroundings call to me.
Very well, but do not be long. There will be much to do once we reach Harbia.
Look for a lattice-covered courtyard near Shara's mosque. That is where Noor was gathering his information.
Alright.
That is where we will be.
Back home, huh? Baghdad. I think the game here takes entirely in
Where does my heart take me?
Baghdad, right? Trying to remember how many cities were in the first game. I think it was like 4. I remember there was Acre, there was Jerusalem. That's it. That's all I remember. Animus shards. There are Damascus, that's right. Codex, the founding of Baghdad. Ah, history shit. On the Abbasids overthrew... Oh, fuck. When the Abbasids overthrew the Umayyads in 750, they quickly decided to relocate their capital away from the Umayyad center of power in Damascus. In 762, Caliph al-Mansur founded a new city which served as his family's residence for the next half millennium. After a personal reconnaissance of central Iraq, he chose a fertile plain bounded by the Tigris River next to a village called Baghdad, God-given in Persian. In selecting this location, al-Mansur participated in a long tradition of imperial cities in the region. Both the Greek Seleucids and the Persian Sasanians had founded their capitals of Seleucia and... How does one say? Ctesiphon? Respectively in the area. Legend has it, a few kilometers to the north of these ruins, the Caliph used his sword to draw 3 concentric circles in the sand upon which the city walls were built. Inside the city, he installed his palace, large gardens, governing offices, and military barracks. In keeping with the Roman tradition of city layout, the concentric circles were divided into 4 quadrants by a Cardo Maximus north-south road and a Decumanus Maximus east-west road, which upon leaving the city led to various parts of the empire. From the start, the city had many names. Al-Mansur called it Madinat al-Mansur, the city of Mansur. His administrators, the Round city, and most of its inhabitants, Madinat al-Salam, the city of peace, in reference to the Quranic paradise. In time, all these names disappeared and only Baghdad remained. Soon, merchants and craftspeople flocked to this new center of power, resulting in the vast expansion of the city outside of the original walls. By the 9th century, multiple districts on both banks of the river hosted hundreds of thousands of Baghdadis. Al-Mansur's creation had become one of the largest and most famous cities in the world. Awesome. Alright, drip time, folks. Akko, Jerusalem. That Acre. Alright, drip time. Let's have a look. There's time limited challenges. Does anyone actually use the social features on fucking Ubisoft Connect? Good joke. Like more than 10 hours, that won't be a problem. Store. I know, it's like good attempt, lads. So we've got the Prince of Persia one here, which is like, it's not the most impressive, honestly. Dress yourself as a prince and play with the sands of time to turn the world of Baghdad into a wondrous tale in which the flow of time can be manipulated. Prince of Persia inspired pack contains an outfit, a sword, a dagger, mountain skin, an eagle skin, and outfit dice. Something that's unlocked when reaching the Harbia Bureau in Baghdad for the first time after completing the assassin training in Alamut. Oh, okay, so there actually is like a... Oh, no, it's just a die? Oh, okay. I don't like the shirtless aspect of it. Topical or tropical? Sand sword, dagger of time. Sand eagle, sand horse, hourglass of time. I really like it. It's just for the fact that it makes his eyes spooky. Topical to setting. I mean, it absolutely does make sense. Like, I really do like this one. It's just like... It's very easy. The only time I ever had an outfit that was very easy looking was when I played the Atlantis DLC for Odyssey. I updated my outfit for those as well because I'm a shill. And there was like an Isu themed like white outfit for Cassandra, and it was very, and her eyes would glow and everything, but I felt it fit the setting because you were like in a memory of Atlantis. This one also looks like you can't see his head. It's fucking class looking. Like, it makes me think of like Mortal Kombat or something like that. These ones are cool as well, like these other ones. Like, what happens in the cutscenes where he wants to put up a like a hood? We had to reach the bureau anyway, so... Yeah, I'm not massively impressed by the outfits, honestly. Usually there's always at least one at the start of the game, like, ah, that one looks good there. I would go for the Jin one if it didn't make his face look scary. They're better in-game ones. Yeah, but it's always just been my tradition, though, you know? Someone's footy. Daily concept art? Oh, that's cool. Camel. Sure they have more in no time. Yeah, it just feels like I'm just like it's a shame there's no ones I really like from the get-go. Because I like seeing the character's face, you know. So I don't really want it to be covered or altered. Like, I never chose one for Eivor that made her look any different either. Whoa! Is that a donkey? My mom will time slip on her. Topical reference. News time. Alright, Noodle, no worries. Good luck tomorrow. Quadruple gate. Tildrum.
Such familiar sights. Greetings once again, Baghdad. Show me what I have missed.
Another one. More history, lads, hey. Hope he's strapped in for history stream, hey. Emporium of the World. I love this shit, hey. In Baghdad's bazaars, one could find almost all the products of the known world. Chroniclers wonder at items such as Russian fox skins, Indian sandalwood, or Byzantine goldwork, but most trade involved rather less prestigious precious commodities. Food staples such as grain, rice, or dates, alongside delicacies such as almonds or sugar, made up the bulk of the loads and shipments. The trade routes also supplied Baghdad with an extensive selection of manufactured goods, from exotic Chinese porcelain to more common Egyptian glass. The style of some of them, such as the Chinese-inspired tricolored splash decoration of this plate, were then copied throughout the empire. Nestled in the midst of these wares were some truly expensive products, which wealthy elites from Scandinavia to China craved: Omani ambergris, or African ivory. Most merchants did not specialize in any one type of item, but rather tried to acquire at a low cost whatever commodity they thought they could sell for a profit elsewhere. They then put together their haul in bales, baskets, and ceramic containers, loaded them onto beasts of burden or ships, and ventured to the nearest regional market. With the important exception of the Sogdian traders who ran and managed the various routes of the Silk Roads, merchants rarely went further than a few days away from their home. Besides some extremely important trade hubs such as Baghdad, Samarkand, or Bukhara, the presence of travelers from faraway lands would therefore have been a rare sight, but their goods could be sold and resold all across Eurasia. some of the history things even have real pictures. The ones about landmarks. Sick. I don't know if all those will show up on the minimap. I hope they do because they're fucking really cool. Like, is that... Like, what was this? Like, a little mark on the map, but I don't know what exactly it is. Guess find out. This feels... Yeah, like, I'm definitely getting little, like... nostalgia things, like... It's definitely evoking Assassin's Creed 1. Very intentionally, I think. It's like a known location. Oh, there you go. The Damascus Gate Prison. Oh, so there actually is like there's one of the little things over here. The history blobs over there are the little knowledge drops. Shit. Fuck. It's not a history marker. Is it not? I thought that was like the little animus thing. Okay. Like a Pai Sho tile, like the White Lotus tile or something. Am I gonna get in trouble, him? Okay. Just a location marker. Okay. I see, I see. Wonder can I get up here? Don't mind me, lads. I shouldn't be up here. Nyom. Got him. Fuck, passing out the entire prison there. Oh, we have come, we have seen, and I will leave. You zoom in, you can see the history marker again, you can see the difference. Okay. Get this, so stop distracting me. Oh, there's a viewpoint over here. Has to be done, huh? Ask about that tower in the distance there. Yeah, okay. Is that also inside the prison, huh? Did I go back in? Oh, there's one. Haha. Prisons. At least 7 prisons existed in Baghdad, holding anywhere from a few dozen to a few hundred prisoners each. Being condemned to spend time in any of these overpopulated jails was considered one of the worst forms of punishment possible, and there are multiple recorded examples of inmates begging to receive corporal punishments instead. Most prisoners were debtors. The pressures of a life in prison were designed to make them pay what they owed to the state or to other individuals. Inside they met all kinds of felons, from petty thieves to people convicted of public drunkenness. Criminal offenders were rarely held in prison, as most serious crimes, murder, treason, repeated blasphemy, were punished by death. Some prisoners lived in awful conditions, but this depended on class and rank. Makes sense. Underpaid guards stole what they could from them, including the already insufficient rations of food and water awarded by the capital administration. Violence between detainees and the mass use of restraints, which, for instance, prevented standing for prayer, were other terrible aspects of life in an Abbasid jail. Women had their own jails in which conditions were just as bad. Worse still existed. Political and religious opponents that the caliphs dared not execute were often sent to a Mutbach, a prison made of deep walls. There they would await death in total silence and darkness. Yikes. The Great Mosque. This is like this in a pit, basically. No thanks.
I have idled long enough. Roshan and Foulad are surely awaiting me at the bureau.
Yeah, but I think maybe a bit longer. No! He's becoming aware. I'm not going in that fucking entranceway again. No, we are truly home. Yup. No yup. Okay. I don't want to drop down too far. Like when I just drop to the ledge here. I can just attack it? Okay. What a weird angle. Huh. I can't find a hand. Hold it up. Hey, there we go. Pretty respectable, huh? Historical sites, gear chests, mysterious shards. Speaking my language, huh? Oh, where are they? Oh, okay. Yup. They're gonna be waiting at that fucking hideout for her. A wee bit, I think. Once you've unleashed me onto the world. Ah! Step in the fire. Yeah, to get in further, yeah. The fucking health. I saw it eventually. Once the fire nearly killed me. Like Lucio burning, huh? Oh. Shit's like under me or something. Me. Pillars of Islam. Today, Islam is widely understood to be based on 5 pillars, core beliefs and practices that are shared to some degree by every Muslim. The first is monotheism, and the assertion of it by the Shahada, a declaration that there is no God but God and that Muhammad is his prophet. To become a Muslim, one simply has to recite this statement with conviction. The second pillar is prayer, performed 5 times a day at set times. The prayer starts with ritual ablutions of the hands, faces, and feet. Faces plural. Then at the call of a muezzin, Muslims turn towards Mecca and recite verses of the Quran, either out loud or silently, while adopting a series of set positions. They can pray anywhere, but should attend if they can a public prayer every Friday in a mosque to experience a feeling of fellowship. The third is almsgiving of a set amount of one's wealth in order to support less fortunate members of the community. The fourth is fasting from the first to the last light of the day during the holy month of Ramadan. It is considered a period of introspection on one's real needs and of openness to and compassion for the less fortunate. Finally, every Muslim who can should make a pilgrimage to Mecca at least once in their life, dressed in the same humble white clothes as their fellow pilgrims to emphasize everyone's equality. The 5 pillars are alluded to in the Quran and in anecdotes about the life of the Prophet Muhammad. However, the details of their application have evolved over time, giving way to small differences in the practice of Islam between various Muslim groups. This is the game where I will be taught more about the religion of Islam than I've ever knew. Yeah. This one's up the very top. I love the historical stuff though. Like whenever they give you like bits of information about the real period, I'm like, yeah, I eat that shit up. I still remember. I think it was the first time it really hit me was Assassin's Creed 2. I remember one day, like I played a big session. I went on like Wikipedia and started looking up all the like the real life location to see what them like. Oh, I just climbed that. The Discovery tours, fucking amazing. I haven't done like Valhalla's. But I did one of them. It might have been Origins. I did the entire thing. And it was like days and days of just like information on the ancient Egypt. And it was so good. Like especially when they take you around like the pyramids and stuff like that. Great. The Hajj, pilgrimage to Mecca. Once in their life, every Muslim who is physically and financially able to do so is enjoined to carry out a pilgrimage to Mecca, Islam's holiest city. This Hajj takes place only once a year in the 12th and final month of the Islamic lunar calendar. It commemorates events linked to the life of Prophet Ibrahim, his son Ismail, and the latter's mother Hajar. According to Islamic beliefs, in Mecca they rebuilt a temple, the Kaaba or the Cube, which had been created by angels to venerate God and was visited by Adam and Eve, parents of humanity. Over the 5 days of the Hajj, Muslims perform a series of rituals meant to pay tribute to God on the site of his first temple and to symbolize their unity with other believers. All dressed in the same humble white clothes, the pilgrims move in harmony around the Kaaba, symbolically refuse the devil's temptation by throwing pebbles at pillars and share meals. Crossing thousands of kilometers of desert and mountainous trails to reach Mecca was a tough and dangerous undertaking for pilgrims coming from all over the Muslim world. Finding and transporting clean water was of special importance, and flasks like these were precious possession for any pilgrim. One of the main tasks of any caliph was therefore to assist them by maintaining travelling infrastructures, offering supplies and patrolling roads. The most famous of these charitable works is Zubaydah's Trail, a network of milestones, wells, fire signals, and caravanserais founded by the first wife of Caliph Harun al-Rashid. It's like, if you ever go into one of those things in a museum, or like where you get like a headset and a box, and like you go to like the location, and it's like there's like a one on like a thing, and you press 1 on your thing and it plays a certain track. It's basically like that. But really, like I did the entirety of. I think I started the one for Valhalla, or maybe Odyssey, but I did the entire one for Origins, because I had a massive interest in ancient Egypt, and they brought it into schools and stuff as well, which is so cool. But yeah, it's like basically a guided tour just through the different parts of ancient Egypt, 3 areas of the game. But yeah, super well done, really detailed and everything. I would say I hope you're all ready for this, but you know, should have expected to. What are these mysterious shards? I haven't seen them yet. I would do the other ones, but they are long, and like I would want to do them all. So maybe that's why I never did the other one, because the Origins one was so long, but it was really good. Like, I didn't regret doing it. I just don't really have the time for that anymore, so. But it was definitely worth it. Ancient Egypt was one of my early, like, fascinations in terms of history. And still is. I still love Ancient Egypt. So. This one's below me as well. In here? I'm coming in. You plan on replaying Origins some point? Origins was really good. I liked Origins a lot. There's a joke in the LGBTQ plus community where it's like, did you have an obsession with ancient Egypt? Oh. Huh. You trying to make me ask something about myself, Earl? Where is this one? It's either above me or below me. Ah, it's in there. How the fuck did how do we get in there? Greek mythology also great, yeah. Fuck. What's the other side of the building look like, I wonder? Is this one also barred? Yeah, bastardy. Right, it's gotta be something in that window then. I was gonna ask who's everyone's like main Assassin's Creed like protagonist, like crush, but like I feel like Cassandra is the too obvious answer for a lot of them. I am a big Evie Fry lover. I like Evie a lot. Got that time. I'm in. Stealing someone's fucking book. A lost book. You make sure to do my skills. Spending skill points on skill nodes will improve your stealth and fighting skills. Phantom, Trickster, and Predator. The Chris Hansen tree. Yeah. Enkidu's view reveals keys and highlights opportunities like chests. Yeah, that's that. Loot an enemy automatically after stealth kill. Yeah. After a successful parry, press triangle. Oh. Sure. Ranvi doesn't count. Ranvi wasn't player character, but Ranvi also good. Kalila and Dimna. Khalif's sons were raised in the harem, away from the world they might come to rule. Many means existed to educate them about it, from tutors to special administrative jobs. Among them was the so-called Mirror of Princes literary genre, in which lessons were offered through parables. The most famous example is Kalila wa Dimna. This collection of fables tells the story of a king, Debshlim, who seeks the counsel of the wise Bidpai on matters of statesmanship and court politics. The old man responds with interwoven stories featuring animals, and particularly the two jackals, Kalila and Dimna, who attempt to gain admission into the Lion King's inner circle through the telling of clever animal tales. Kalila wa Dimna's creation followed the same path as many other texts of the time. The text first appeared in a 3rd century BCE Indian text called the Panchatantra, and was translated from a Middle Persian version into Arabic around 750. New elements were added at each step. The translator, Ibn al-Muqaffa, was a prolific writer and one of the most notable intellectuals in the Abbasid court, producing both translations and original works. His corpus not only introduced Indian and Persian works to a popular audience, but also preserved them for future generations. Kalila wa Dimna has since inspired many other collections of stories, from Machiavelli's The Prince to the Fables de La Fontaine, and still widely read today. Yes, he was a good one, yeah. Cassandra is like the easy, like, I think, top for a lot of people. Probably in more ways than one. But I really like Evie. Does Aya count? No, I wouldn't say so, but if we're expanding it beyond like the protagonist, then I would say yes. I believe you do play as Aya for a bit, don't you? In one save, but I'm mainly just counting Basim for Origins, but Aya's also really good. It bummed me out in Origins when their marriage broke up, but it was like they were on two different paths, really. That's why I said it, Feral Hand. I knew if I didn't say it, someone was going to. Yeah, I think she's in like the Hidden Ones DLC or something like that. Something way out here. That's the Wilderness. That's not in Harbia. That's right in the prison, huh? I don't know about that one, boys. Music. Attract nearby guards in exchange for a scholar token. Are these mysterious shards on the map? I haven't seen any. I go to your mission. I gave Mr. MacBook. I need to start my Assassin's Collection again via PC. You can unlock the story progress. Okay, makes sense. I would like to do a full series replay. Well, I just don't really have the time. And once you start hitting like Origins Valhalla or Origins Odyssey Valhalla, you're going to slow down massively. Them boys, especially Valhalla, them boys are thick. Huh? Uh-oh. I'm not coming near the prison. I'm not coming near the prison, not again. Don't have to worry. Pickpocket more? Okay. I'll keep an eye out too. Oh. I feel kind of bad. Huh? Yeah, you got me stealing from the residents. I hope you feel happy. Tend to 100% them all as well. Oof, oh, that's a fucking... It's gonna be a task. Huh?
What do you see?
There you go. Yeah, I really do like the story. I would like to play them again some stage, but whenever I always have new stuff to play, I can't really justify replaying too much, you know, so. Alright, we have finally arrived after we're doing our little exploration of the city. Yep. Very Assassin's Creed 1 as well, yeah. Harbia Bureau. Could we munch on one of these berries? Num 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 num.
So this is a Hidden Ones bureau. I expected some sort of hovel.
Some bureaus are. Others can be fitted with gold trim. Wherever space we settle, all that's important is that our occupancy remains a secret.
We certainly have that here.
Setting up shop.
Have you found anything helpful?
Nothing hinting at Ali's whereabouts. However, Noor was in contact with someone named Beshi.
Beshi, yeah.
A name I recognize as one of Ali's closest allies within the Rebel Collective. He's a dock worker at the Upper Harbor. See if he's in the area. He may have something to tell us about Ali's disappearance.
I have found something.
Oh. We scoop in there for that.
It seems
Map.
Noor mapped out this very district. Mark the factories area to the north.
What is there?
Rebel sympathizers. If Noor visited this area for any reason, it is worth following upon.
Understood.
These are not strong leads, but they are a start nonetheless. Fulab and I will see what more we can uncover.
Be careful.
Alright, let's go scoop. The quest of 40 thieves been added to your game. Oh, again. Multiple cases. The investigation menu shows the progress of your investigations and cases. Exclamation mark is displayed when there is new information in the menu. Cases need clues to be unveiled. These can be found by visiting locations by helping people in the world. Examine a clue after discovering one to gain more information that you might prove useful to your investigation. Tracking a case will update the information shown on the map, compass, and in-game log. As you advance through cases, you will advance Basim's investigation and story. Ali ibn Muhammad, leader of the rebels and ally to the Hidden Ones, it's suspected that the Order is behind Ali's disappearance. Beshi, Ali's second in command, a captain of the rebels who works in the Upper Harbor. Find Beshi. And this is the district. Nur map the factory district of Shari, north of Harbia. Nice. Yeah, we can go get Beshi, I guess. The bookworm. Al-Jahiz, the bookworm. Al-Jahiz's library contains lots of books, but he would like more. Return the books to the House of Wisdom. My eyes. Okay. I think that is where we're going to leave it for today, folks. We're back. Sorry. I apologize. That spiked the fuck out of my mic on OBS. I tried to get it, but it came out too quick. Sorry if that blew anyone's eardrums out. So we will be back tomorrow, 3 PM UK time for more Mirage. And then next week we will have 3 Cyberpunk and 3 Mirage. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday Cyberpunk, Thursday, Friday, Saturday Mirage, but a little more tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you all for hanging out. See you all later. Goodbye.